Hello, this is Inside the Press Box with Sunil Sunder Raj for the Everyday Fan Sports. Today, I'm happy to be speaking with Noah Sobel, a right-handed pitcher and outfielder on the Force Ohio baseball team in Warrensville, Ohio, and a freshman at Aurora High School in Aurora, Ohio. Hey, Noah, thanks so much, for taking some time out to speak with me today. Congrats, again on your success here playing baseball. I guess first and foremost, I want to ask you just about playing for Force Ohio baseball.
Yeah. So I tried out for them not too long ago, and pretty much like right after the tryout, they sent me an invite, and seems like a really good program. It's about 20 minutes from my house. So yeah,
Okay,
it's a good program, and I'm excited to start up with them.
that's great. It must feel good, Noah, to be playing baseball almost year round, staying active, keeping
Yeah.
just keeping your skills fresh. Just talk about that as well.
Yeah, it's really good. There's a lot of good programs in my area, and a lot of good, nice facilities and everything. All the coaching's great, so it's really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Hey, just talk about your teammates, the coaching staff on Force Ohio as well, Noah.
So we haven't had our first practice yet, so I'm not
Okay,
100% sure like who's gonna be on my team and everything. But the
okay.
coaching staff does seem really good.
That's good. That's good. Hey, just talk about what this means to you in terms of playing, for, I said, Forest, Ohio, getting eventually to put that jersey on and take the
Yeah,
field, with your teammates, with your coaches. It must be very exciting for you, Noah.
yeah. It is. I mean the program's well known in my area, and it's really an honor to play for them and everything. And so, yeah, it's really cool.
That's terrific. Hey, there's so much that goes into it. The fact that not only you're uh again a pitcher, but also you play the outfield as well. I
Yeah,
had to ask you that there's a lot in terms of preparing for both of those roles. There's the strength and conditioning, there's the nutritional component, rest and recovery. Just talk
yeah.
about what you do in terms of your preparation, to get ready for a season here, Noah.
Um, I mean, I try to work out almost every day. I try to keep my nutrition good, eat healthy and everything. I stretch almost every day too, just to keep my body all like loose and everything to get
Yeah.
ready for the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great component, a great point in terms of being durable, being flexible, because you need it for
Yeah,
both of those positions. Just talk about let's break it down first with being a pitcher in terms of
yeah,
getting your body ready, both mentally and physically. Everybody talks about the physical aspect of baseball, but mentally you have to be in tune as well. Just talk about that, Noah.
yeah. So the biggest thing before a game is just getting your body ready and getting just focused and the like zone out, just get ready and be into the game and everything. So that's the biggest part of pitching. You
Yeah,
can't be out of focus. You got to be intact the whole
yeah.
whole time.
No, definitely got
Can't
to be
let
locked
can't let
in.
yourself down. Yeah,
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 no, I agree. Yeah, no, that again, terrific points you made. Just talk about in terms of being, locking in step with your catcher as well, because having that connection with your catcher, really
yeah.
is pivotal. Just talk about that as well, Noah.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things. You gotta have a good relationship with your catcher, and just know you gotta know the signs. You gotta know what he's telling you, and
Yeah.
just be good with him. And yeah,
What are those moments, in terms of being on the mound? Because it said you're really, I mean, of course, you have your infield behind you and with the catcher
yeah.
as well, but just talk about those moments in game. What you're experiencing on the mound. Just describe that for everyone out there.
I mean, the biggest thing when I'm on the mound is just I'm trying to get it in the zone and try and throw strikes the whole time.
Hmm.
I'm gonna let my field make the plays, and I mean that's really it.
Yeah,
It's one
I
of the
mean,
biggest things.
it's like mano versus mano, one on one with that. It said that
Yeah.
hitter. Just talk about that. Going up against top tier competition. And teams. It must provide such a adrenaline rush. For you. Just talk about that also.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's also that I agree with you. It's big there, so I mean, it depends who I'm facing, but most of the time I just got to lock in and make sure I know where to throw the ball, and I'm not making any errors or anything.
Yeah. I'm so impressed at the fact that you're so multidimensional, not only again being a pitcher, but an outfielder. So let's switch to being an outfielder as well. A lot of territory to cover, but again, you're growing. You have plenty of time here as you of course are entering high school. But just talk about playing the outfield in addition.
I mean, the outfield, it's very important in baseball, especially as you get to the older age when a lot of the guys are putting the ball in the outfield. I mean, the biggest thing in the outfield is tracking the balls and knowing where the baseball is going to and just having your head up. Got to stay focused in the outfield as well as when you're on the mound. And it's just huge knowing how to
Yeah.
track the ball and how to get to the ball and everything.
Yeah.
The
I
right
mean,
path.
again, yeah. No, they get that communication, like, what, depending on what position you play with the rest of the outfield as well, because as we all know, especially when fly balls or even a pop up is hit to shallow outfield, having that communication, be able to call out, the rest of the
Yeah.
outfielders in terms of, when you're about to make that catch. Talk about, because that is really critical. I mean, we've seen a
Yeah.
lot of incidents where, outfielders, even infielders colliding with each other. Just talk about that as well.
I mean, the biggest thing is as an outfielder is you gotta want the ball. You don't wait for the other person to call the ball. As you see in like MLB games, it happens everywhere. So many
Yeah.
errors. Like guys will just both go to the ball. They don't know who's gonna call it. They think that
Hmm.
one of them's gonna call it, the other one's gonna call it. And I
Yeah.
mean, the biggest thing in baseball, if you're an outfielder, is you just want to go for the ball and want to call it every ball that's hit out there. So
Yeah. No, outstanding points you made. Hey, as being young, we're still in the midst of this COVID pandemic. I mean, still, even though things are starting to return to normal, you still have to be
yeah.
wary of it. I'm just wondering these last couple of years how you've been able to cope with that, Noah.
Yeah, I mean, COVID's been big and it's affected many people's lives and I mean,
Hmm.
I just been working and especially when COVID happened, I was still hitting every day and still working, so
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about now, of course, your freshman year at Aurora High School. I see you're wearing, I said the
yeah,
T-shirt. Must be
yeah,
again very exciting times for you. You're gonna be playing basketball as well,
yeah,
a multi-sport athlete. Again, having just consistently playing sports and keeping in shape.
yeah.
Talk about again as you enter a new phase of your life here in terms of academics and athletics, Noah.
I mean, I'm very excited to attend Aurora High School. I went to Aurora throughout kindergarten and all the way up through middle school and everything. It's been a great school. Teachers
Hmm.
are awesome, kids are awesome, but the sports are also really good here. Got a really good baseball program, pretty good basketball program also. So I'm very
Yeah,
excited to go into high school and play for the coaches and play with my teammates and friends and stuff.
yeah, no, definitely. Hey, I've asked athletes before, Noah. Sports, playing different sports affect each other in terms of like improving your skill set, the fundamentals. Talk about, I'm sure, like with basketball, how that's going to improve and help you along the way in terms of when you get to playing baseball next spring as well for the team.
Yeah, that's also a big thing too. Like even all the basketball workouts, I mean, they kind of correlate with sports and
Yeah,
agility and speed and strength. So, I mean, it all kind of goes together and builds you up as an athlete just all together.
yeah. No, that's wonderful. As we know, it's just not being about an athlete; it's being a student athlete. And you talk
Yeah,
about elementary, middle school. Now the pressure is gonna ratchet up and amp up here in terms of high school with
yeah.
the amount of work that you receive. I'm just wondering, like you've been able to balance it out up to this point. Just talk about as you enter Aurora High School in terms of really again locking in and just being able to have that time management organization down pat.
Yeah, I got to really focus on grades too in high school because that's a big thing in sports. If you don't have good grades, you can't play.
Yeah.
A lot of the big schools look at your grades, so that's also a big thing. Got to stay focused in school, not just on sports. So
Yeah.
got to keep going.
Hey, so far, like with your interactions, like, with Aurora High School in terms of the administration athletic department, I'm just wondering so far, just like, if you've had any and just the overall, because it really takes a solid structure, a village to build a successful program. From what you've seen of Aurora High School, is that, you see that in place and is a good fit for you here the next 4 years?
Yeah, I think it will be a good fit and everything, and I think it should be good. Coaches seem good and everything. So
Yeah. Just have to ask you about the
yeah,
facilities as well at Aurora High School in terms of the gym and even the baseball fields as well there. Because facilities again play again an essential role in terms of teams
yeah.
having success and having a winning record. Just talk about the facilities there at Aurora High School.
The basketball arena. I mean, it's pretty nice court.
Mhm.
They
Okay.
just got new lighting in there, so they got some donations and stuff. The baseball field. There's mixed emotions about that. I mean, a lot of
Okay.
people say it's good. Some people say it's not great.
Okay.
The bad thing about here is the weather's not great, so
Okay.
it's a lot of like rainouts and so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that could be present challenges at times. Okay, as you know, you
Yeah.
need a solid family support. Want to ask you about your parents. You have two siblings, younger brother and sister. Just talk about what they've meant to you in terms of your academic athletic journey up to this point, Noah.
Yeah, my parents have really helped me out and everything, and they've been really good for me and helped me take me to the sports and helped me take me to practices and everything. So,
Yeah.
that's very big too. And then, I mean, I have a little brother who also plays baseball. So,
Oh,
I
nice.
mean, me and him practice decent amount together too and stuff. So, yeah, it's
Yeah.
been good. And then, yeah, so
It's good to have that connection, I'm sure, with your brother. Hey, let's go back to the game of baseball. What are some of the intangibles that stand out to you in terms of playing the game? Obviously, you have that drive and passion, to play the sport year after year. Just what is it about the
yeah.
game that, whether it's practices or even games itself that, really, fuel that fire?
I think baseball is a very good sport with like interactions with friends and teammates and coaches and just building up big relationships. Because
Yeah.
again, baseball you're playing 50, 40 some games per season,
Hmm.
and I mean basketball you're playing like 15, 20. So it's
Yeah.
like you're building up a bigger relationship with your baseball teammates, and I just think it's like that's one of the reasons I really do like baseball, and a lot of the people that's why they do too. So.
Yeah, that's tremendous. That's great. 'Cause, you have so much going on with academics, athletics. You need to kick back, relax, and de-stress your hobbies, hanging out with your family and friends,
Yeah,
enjoy cars, shoes, watching football on Sundays during the fall. Your favorite shoes are Jordan 1s or Yeezys. To
yeah.
talk about just those moments, that you're able to like sort of shift away from, the rigors of academics, athletics, and, concentrate on those, on your hobbies.
Yeah, so I mean football games, I don't know if you like to watch football games, but they're really enjoyable.
Yeah.
I mean our team is the Cleveland Browns, so
Yeah.
I don't know how good they're going to be next year, but it's I mean the games are fun to watch and they're really cool. So
That's
and
good.
then on the shoes part, I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of like as I said like Yeezys and Jordans and
Yeah.
stuff, and I just like
Yeah.
really enjoy looking at them and kind of just like collecting them and stuff too. So.
Very nice. That's great to hear. So I'm wondering when it comes to Major League Baseball, Noah, in terms of players that you pay particular attention to, in terms of pitchers or you maybe outfielders that sort of try to maybe take away their tendencies and try to maybe a little bit emulate, said when you're out there in a game.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy how Max Scherzer plays, and I really like watching Max Scherzer, and I think he's a great pitcher.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, so
Yeah, No, he definitely brings that intensity to the mound, and
Yeah,
you can really, I mean, once
really
he's in
competitive.
that zone, he's untouchable. The way he's able to mix up his pitches, really
Yeah,
keep hitters off balance. And the fact that he's had that longevity, he's been doing it for so many years, and even now in his upper 30s, he's able to keep up, just like Justin Verlander, just again
yeah,
keep up that MVP. Numbers is phenomenal. Okay,
it's
just a
crazy.
couple more left, Noah, before you get the final word here. Just I think you're in a great spot, even though it said you're entering as a freshman, and you've been playing sports for a long time. What your message, your advice would be for younger kids, especially maybe starting out T-ball level around that time, or even little league. What would you say to them in terms of trying to play sports, especially the game of baseball? We know it's very competitive, and what would you say to them?
I mean, the biggest thing I'm gonna say is work hard, practice as much as you can, and I just start playing competitive as young as you can, and just really get into it. It's a very enjoyable sport, and I think it. I think if you can get into it at the young age, it'll work out for you. And if you keep
Yeah.
working, you should be good and everything.
Yeah, no, sound advice. Hey, one question I almost overskipped is that, we live in the age of social media technology. I'm wondering, of course, posting, highlight videos of practices and
Yeah.
games, lifting, being in the gym, on, Twitter, Instagram. I mean, there are a bunch of sites out there. How have you been able to tap into that? Because I'm sure that's, again, as each year goes by now, especially entering Aurora High School, just how you've been able to,
Yeah.
really cash in on that. I'm sure that that's important to you, Noah.
Yeah. The biggest social media app I'm gonna say if you're an athlete is I would definitely use Twitter. Twitter's a big thing that almost every single coach is on. And if you can follow coaches and get attention of coaches, it's huge. I mean, I've had a bunch of coaches follow me and I've been posting. Obviously, I think you've seen all the highlight stuff and
Yeah,
just practice batting, practice swings, and everything like that. So
yeah,
I think that Twitter's just a huge social media app to use, and
yeah.
I think it really helps people out.
Yeah, I agree. And the fact that you're able to analyze from those videos, and even like, if you have others recording at the games, the fact that you can take away what positives and negatives are there, then try to work on that, of course, for the next time out. Just talk about that as well, Noah.
Yeah, so the biggest thing now with everyone recording all the games is just going back and looking at what you did wrong, what you did right, just building off of it and getting better.
Yeah. Hey, one thing is I want to ask you about the community, the town you live in, just in terms of the support, because community plays, again, just an important role, like, for the players. Just talk about what they've meant to you.
Yeah, so we live in a smaller town, obviously, and
Okay.
it's a big baseball town, a lot of baseball players.
Okay.
Um, I mean, there's probably maybe 5 to 6 that went to play college baseball from the past team this year. So
Okay.
I know one of the guys I talked to a little bit. I don't know if you've heard of Lipscomb University.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to Lipscomb next year. His name's Chase
Okay.
Gerbrick, great
Okay.
athlete, shortstop. So yeah, he's
Yeah.
cool. And yeah, I
That
think
must
a
provide.
lot of
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of the guys from Aurora are really nice and talkative and they support you and stuff. So
Yeah, that's really terrific. I mean, the fact that they serve as like role models and inspiration to you. You can see like others that have, moved up to that next level in terms of college baseball. I know that's a dream of yours, is to play college baseball as well, Noah.
yeah, I mean that's what I've been working for my whole life, just to get to that level. And if I can get even further than that, that'd just be a dream and that'd be crazy. So
Yeah.
it's
No.
huge.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Okay, Noah, you get the final word and message here for family, friends, teammates, coaches. Of course, your current, team that you're playing for, and Actually, talk about before you do that. You're playing, fall baseball as well. Talk about that. I
Yeah,
wanted to give you the opportunity, to just speak on
yeah.
that.
So I'm playing fall baseball for a team called like it's like under a team called Strike Force. So there's a
Okay.
facility about 10 minutes from my house, 15 minutes from my house. It's a great facility. I think it's like 11,000 square feet, so it's
Wow.
huge
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it's got I mean, it's gonna be good. The program's good. Two practices a week, two games a week. So it'll be a lot and
Hmm.
I hope that'll just get me ready for next spring for
Yeah.
summer or for school baseball.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's awesome. Okay. You get the final word and message, Noah, for family, friends, teammates, coaches, of course, Aurora High School, the community that you live in. I give you the floor.
Okay, thank you.
No, just if you want to say anything to everybody, any, family, friends, if you want to
Yeah.
say anything to them.
I mean that's pretty much it. I just want to hope everyone has a good day and thank you for the interview and everything.
All right. Noah, wishing you all the best, of course, of playing
Yep,
baseball and then, of course, at
thank
Aurora
you.
High School. Okay.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.